What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be matchmaking the entire UFC welterweight division, including the champ. As you guys may have heard, a lot of people have been saying this is the best division we had in years. I kind of agree. Not saying that these other divisions, the other past welterweight divisions weren't good. I just think this is the best one. Now, we're going to be matchmaking all the top 10. But before we get into that, make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys like seeing content like this. Now, the entire top 10 is Joaquin Buckley, Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, Sean Brady, Carlos Prates, Bilal Muhammad, Michael Morales, Ian Gary, Shab Scott, Jack Della, Mandalina, and the world champion himself, Islam Makhachev. Now, I already got all these plans for the fights, and let's get into it. First off is Leon Edwards versus Jorge Masvidal. If you guys have heard, Jorge Masvidal is planning on coming out of retirement, and I think this will be the best fight for Leon Edwards as of right now. You know, he's recently come out with a knockout against Carlos Prates. Before that, I got choked out from Sean Brady. And then before that, I lost my unanimous decision to Bilal Muhammad. I think that Leon Edwards should retire. But I think before he does that, fight Jorge Masvidal and then call it a day. Jorge hasn't fought since 2023 against Gilbert Burns, and he lost. Hasn't won a fight ever since he beat the dog out of Nate Diaz. Lost twice to Kamaru, lost to Kobe, then lost to Gilbert Burns. He's also said that he might want to rematch Kobe. That's a genuinely bad idea. You already saw that first fight went. That first fight, Kobe just got him with that wrestling. Sure, he has no experience with wrestling. Yeah, he got Ben Askren, but Ben Askren doesn't know how to strike, so his first reaction, of course, is going to be going for a takedown. I feel like you can't really fool others like that. He tried that against Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz just swooped off because first thing's not going to be going for a takedown. So if as for Leon, Leon does lose it, especially in a bad way, like if he gets knocked out. They definitely just retire. I think his prime's already passed. When he fought Nate Diaz and Kamaru Usman that third time, and that second time, that was like his best days. I don't see him. I don't see him like in his best days no more. You know, hasn't won a fight ever since he beat Kobe. I do see him beating Jorge Masvidal though, but he's just not in his prime no more. I feel like he's done. He's done. And as for Jorge was already done. I feel like Jorge was kind of done after that Kamaru Usman fight where he got knocked out and he didn't want to fight. Who do I got winning this fight? Leon Edwards by decision. If Leon does go for takedowns and gets him on the ground, I do see him winning that because Jorge doesn't have wrestling experience unless Jorge was training with that when he retired, which I don't think so. Not that he probably would and is probably hiding something, but I don't know if he really was. But yeah, my final predictions are Leon Edwards for this fight against Jorge. Next fight is Michael Morales versus Joaquin Buckley. This has been a fight everyone's been wanting ever since Michael Morales beat Gilbert Burns. I do think this fight with Joaquin and Michael, I think these are the two most dangerous fighters in the division. These guys have insane knockout power. You know, Michael knocked out Sean Brady. He's knocked out a lot of people, and so has Joaquin. Knocked out that dude Impa on his second fight with that spinning back kick. Dangerous. They're both really dangerous. They both are good at wrestling. Joaquin just doesn't really use it like that because he has that knockout power and he's really dangerous. So I kind of agree. If you're dangerous like that, I don't really think you'll really need to go for takedowns like that. As for Michael just got really sharp boxing, got really good jiu-jitsu. And I think he can become more champion one day. Do I think he's going to have that undefeated record? I don't think so. I think there's a few people in mind I think that can beat him. I thought Sean Brady was going to be the one to beat him, but you guys saw how that went. I think Joaquin's going to be the first person to ever beat him. I thought Gilbert Burns was going to be the first person to beat him, but that didn't end well either. But yeah, I see this going by knockout. I don't see this going by decision. If it doesn't go by decision, it's probably going to be split. But who do I have winning this fight? Joaquin Buckley by knockout, second round. He's got devastating knockout power. I think his kicks are really good too. He's like how Edson Barboza was in his prime. Next fight is Bilal Muhammad versus Kamaru Usman. This fight is a really good fight for both fighters. Bilal is on a 2-fight losing streak to Jack and Ian, which are 2 devastating losses. Got beat up by 5 rounds from Jack. I think got beat up from Ian. Ian was just way too good. And as for Kamaru, he has a win against Joaquin, but before that was on a 3-fight losing streak to Khamzat Chimaev and then twice to Leon Edwards. I see this going the distance. I see this as a 50-50 fight. Who do I have winning? I think Bilal has winning. I don't think Kamaru can win. I do see him winning this fight, but I just think due to that wrestling, Bilal just going to win. I feel like that's the main reason why Bilal wins half of these fights. His wrestling base is so good. That's how he beat Randy Brown and all these other fighters he's fought. Yeah, but my final predictions is Bilal and Kamaru. It's going to be like a 50-50 fight. It's going to be hyped. But Bilal is just who I got winning for this. Kamaru, I do see a chance. He's got to train for that wrestling base. And hopefully he don't get taken down as much. Next fight is Carlos Prates versus Sean Brady. Now here's why I think this fight should happen. Because Sean Brady's coming off a loss against Michael Morales. And Carlos Prates is coming off 2 wins against Jeff Neal and Leon Edwards. Both by devastating knockouts. I know Sean Brady was everyone thought Sean Brady was going to get the title shot. But Islam moved up. So Islam just had to fight Jack. So he had to wait. And he fought Michael. And you know how that went. Who do I have winning? Sean Brady, because Sean Brady, he's got that devastating wrestling. I think he's probably like one of the best wrestlers in his division. And I don't think Carlos Prates will be able to handle that. I think he'll be gassed out probably by the second round. Or even the first, maybe after that first round. Because that's just how good of a wrestler Sean Brady is. But if Sean Brady does try to strike again like how he did with Michael, I don't see him winning. And I feel like he should have never done that. Because I get it, he's a wrestler too, but like, he has sharp boxing too. A lot of people have done that before. Jamal Hill did that against Khalil, got beat. It was a good fight, but still almost got rocked. Grant Dawson recently fought Manuel Torres, striked with him. Instead of going for takedowns. Well, I'm trying to see who else. Goliath against Pereira, that second fight, tried to strike with him, ended up getting knocked out. A lot of people, even Charles Oliveira when he fought Ilia Topuria, got knocked out first round because he tried to strike with Ilia. I think if you're really good at wrestling, and you fight someone who's not good at wrestling, and who doesn't know how to wrestle, go for a takedown. Or at least try go for a takedown. Some people just don't even try, just want to strike. Don't strike. Go for a takedown. You could most likely get knocked out. It's a 99% chance you're going to get knocked out if you try to strike with a striker. That's why I recommend it. If I was a trainer and I had a fighter who was really good at wrestling, he's fighting a striker, I'm going to be like, hey man, don't strike with that dude. Go for a takedown. Gas him out. Or go for a submission or something. I wouldn't just tell him, okay, strike with him. Nah, that's not what I'm doing. You go use your tools, and you're gonna fight your fight. You're not gonna fight how someone else does. You're gonna fight your fight. So, like I said, I think Sean Brady has the chance. Is gonna win that fight by submission, third round. Next up is Jack versus Shamsky. This fight I think it's kind of curious. Jack did say he wanted Carl's practice or Shab Scott. I think the best person will be hit for him is Shab Scott, because think about it. You want to get the title shot next if you win that fight. And if they do give you the title shot, the best person you should fight is Shab Scott, because if you win that fight, that means you proven you got good, that your wrestling's got better, and you'll be able to fight Islam. Because if you go and fight Carl's practice, you're not proving that for the title shot, because you're fighting a striker. Islam's not a striker; he's a wrestler. Comes from Dagestan. Even though we're good at striking, he's mainly a wrestler. So you're gonna need to probably fight someone like Shab Scott. And Shab Scott, I think it's a good fight for him because he hasn't fought at all this 2025 due to these surgeries, which I get it. You're trying to take your time fighting, healing your injuries. I feel like a lot of Americans, mainly they like to rush back in so quickly. Gotta take your time with that. That's why Tony wasn't the same when he came back, because he could have recovered better, but he just wanted to just come back so soon. Coming back so soon like that is not good at all. That's why a lot of like people from these other countries, they don't do that. I feel like it's mainly us Americans. We just so devastating on being so tough and worried about our fans that we're not worried about ourselves. And Shab Scott is just so like focused on that. Like he just doesn't. He wants to be the same and fight the same and not have to fight so differently and be so weird for him to fight the way he fights now. So he took the whole year off. That's good. Fighting Jack, be the best fight for him. I do think Shab Scott's gonna win that fight. If Jack does win that, like I said, probably give him the title shot to them. He's proven he's got better wrestling. Now, lastly, Islam Makhachev versus Ian Gary. This fight, I think, is kind of like what Khabib and Tony were supposed to fight. Because I think Islam's the better version of Khabib. Because think about it, Khabib, he just fought people that he knew he could beat. He didn't want to fight nobody that he knew he couldn't beat. Like Tony and GSP. His father wanted him to go out and fight GSP to get a second belt. He was like, no, he didn't want to risk that undefeated record. And as for him, he wanted to go down and fight Max Holloway. Not saying Max Holloway is a good fighter, but Max Holloway ain't really the best wrestler. So, he wanted just to go down and fight Max Holloway. He fought people that he knew he could beat. Majority of the times. He fought some people like Dustin. A lot of people thought Dustin was going to win that. But mainly, majority of the times, he fought people that he knew he could beat. That's why I consider people great, but I don't consider him greater than Islam. And who do I got winning this fight? He proved a lot in that Bilal fight, and I just think he's gonna win that fight by unanimous decision. If Islam does win, then he's proven that I don't think nobody's going. He's proven that he's not gonna be beaten until probably gets old. All right, y'all, but that's gonna be the end of the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you like this content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.